The U.S. House authorized the impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden, with every Republican rallying behind the politically charged process, despite lingering concerns among some in the party that the investigation has yet to produce evidence of misconduct by the president. With 221 A's and 212 Nays, party line vote put the entire House Republican conference on record in support of an impeachment process that can lead to ultimate penalty for a president, punishment for what the Constitution describes high crimes and misdemeanors, which can lead to removal from office if convicted in a Senate trial. Authorizing the months-long inquiry ensures that the impeachment investigation extends well into 2024, when Biden will be running for re-election and seems likely to be squaring off against former President Donald Trump, who was twice impeached during his time in the White House.
House Resolution 918, resolution directing certain committees to continue their ongoing investigations as part of the existing House of Representatives inquiry into whether sufficient grounds exist for the House of Representatives to exercise its constitutional power to impeach Joseph Biden, President of the United States of America, and for other purposes.
On this vote, the yeas are 221 and the nays are 212. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Trump has pushed his GOP allies in Congress to move swiftly on impeaching Biden, part of his broader calls for vengeance and retribution against his political enemies. The decision to hold a vote came as Johnson and his team faced growing pressure to show progress in what has become a nearly year-long probe centered around the business dealing of Biden's family members.
All right, well, I think we've made our point very clear today. Evidence uncovered has shown a very disturbing trend by the Biden family. We've spent months in this investigation accumulating evidence. We have a simple question that I think an overwhelming majority of Americans have. What did the Bidens do to receive the tens of millions of dollars from our enemies around the world? Today's unanimous vote by our conference showed that we are united as a conference. We expect to have people honor our subpoenas. We want to wrap this investigation up.
While the investigation has raised ethical questions, no evidence has emerged that Biden acted corruptly or accepted bribes in his current role or previous office as vice president.
The House has now spoken, and I think pretty loudly, pretty clearly, with every single Republican voting in favor of moving into this official impeachment inquiry phase of our constitutional duty to do oversight. So when a majority of the House goes on record in support of an official impeachment inquiry with the power that resides solely in the House of Representatives, this impeachment power, I think that sends a message. And as Chairman Comer just pointed out, we now think this helps us get the witnesses, the key witnesses that we want.
Democrats and the White House have repeatedly defended the president and his administration's cooperation with the investigation thus far, saying it has already made a massive trove of documents available. Congressional investigators have obtained nearly 40,000 pages of subpoenaed bank records and dozens of hours of testimony from key witnesses, including several high-ranking Justice Department officials currently tasked with investigation, the president's son, Hunter Biden. While Republicans say the inquiry is ultimately focused on the president himself, they have taken particular interest in Hunter Biden and his overseas business dealings, from which they accuse the president of personally benefiting. Republicans have also focused a large part of the investigation on whistleblower allegations of interference in the long-running Justice Department investigation into the younger Biden's taxes and his gun use. Hunter Biden is currently facing criminal charges in 2 states from the special counsel investigation. He's charged with the firearm counts in Delaware, alleging he broke laws against drug users having guns in 2018, a period when he has acknowledged struggling with addiction. Special counsel David West filed additional charges last week, alleging he failed to pay about $1.4 million in taxes over a 3-year period. Democrats have conceded that while the president's son is not perfect, he's a private citizen who is already being held accountable by the justice system.